clouds of fear. I wish I could see the sun. So many questions at the back of my mind. So many battles, none of them are even mine. But I've gotta keep fighting for you to sleep peaceful night. Oh, I gotta keep moving, gotta cross every single line. Yes, I gotta keep fighting. Oh no, I cannot look behind. This is a journey that I must unbind. Oh yeah, I'm scared, but it's what makes me stronger. I'll stand my ground in the midst of despair. Wish that you never encounter this danger. I keep on fighting, draw my strength from fear.
And we're good. What? Wait, what the fuck? Where am I? Hold on. Wait. What happened? Where the fuck? Wait. Why am I gone? Okay, what the fuck happened? What a start. What's up, survivalists? It's Jay from TeamWnJ here. Welcome to episode 49 of the Levaslier production diary. I have no idea why I was gone. Oh, I don't know. I must have hit a button or something. Oh, well, either way, I'm here now. Hi. And for once, I'm not drinking any alcohol. I have water. Yeah, the last thing you'd expect from me is water. But it's 100% pure water. H2O. Gotta, Yeah, stay hydrated, kids. Stay hydrated. Alright. Anyway, today, I got a bit of a story to tell because I finally went outside. For the first time in 4 months, I went into the city and I met my friend. But more importantly, we're going to be working on the rigs, and we're going to be rebuilding some of the rigs, not from the ground up, just like retouching them up and adding some extra stuff to it. I want to specifically focus on the slime rigs because I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement, and I'll explain my thought process as we go along. So here we are. Here's ArcDoc slime rig, or this is technically not ArcDoc, this is just my default slime. But you may have noticed that last Wednesday I released a video called, what's the best rig for Minecraft animation? And in that video, I took a look at 4 different rigs. It's the Weedline rig, the FMR rig, the Anishwij rig, and the Angelo rig made by Angelo. I forgot to say all the names, by the way. What's going on, Chizuko? Zach, Taz, Angelo. Did I miss someone? Andre as well. Who else? Just the 4 of you. Okay, cool. Well, while I was taking a look at all those rigs, I realized the strong suit in the Anishwij rig, excuse me, I still can't say that word, is the faces. So if I create a new document right over here and I use the Anishwij rig so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, this is why it's so good. Right, so let me just grab this. This is the default Anishwij rig made by Anishwij. And if you move the eyes around, you'll notice that on the head adjusts accordingly. Like it deforms and it distorts and it moves around a little bit. And I really like that. So I think I'm going to make it so that the slimes, whenever they move their head around, it squishes and squashes it a little bit. The difference here is that I'm also going to offer control so that you can move the pupils independent of the face, which Anishwij you cannot do. You can't just move the pupils without moving the head. You have to move the entire head. So let's do that. The other thing that I noticed, I was reading through some of the comments. I will be releasing the slime rig for free because it's an extremely simple rig that anyone can do, so I thought I'd just save someone time. People apparently don't like these panels on the side. There's too many panels. This one doesn't do anything, so I'm going to make it do something. On the FMR Animate, which is the rig that is publicly available that I created for myself to use, that will also be tidied up as well, but I'm not sure I'll be doing that in this stream. This stream is specifically focusing on doing ArcDoc's head. Once I finish that, I'm going to be putting it onto Arkosh's body and also onto ArcDoc's body. There you go. What's going on? Zakdaz says, the water you are drinking, a dinosaur probably took a piss in it and you may be drinking dinosaur piss. Well, no, because if you take dinosaur piss and you boil it, then all the water will evaporate out. Then you condensate the water, or the steam that evaporates out, and then you get pure water. And so that, you know, you get pure water like that. I boiled it. I boil all my water. I don't drink from the tap because I'm not dirty. I don't drink pure from the tap. You're dirty. You boil the water. I'm drinking pure boiled water. Have some class. Excuse me. Have some class. I noticed am I the only one that noticed that Anish's eyes, they cross eye before they look at the edge. That's so good, I'm gonna steal it. Sorry, hold on. Let's take a look at that again. So Angelo says they cross eye before they look at the edge. That's so good, I'm gonna steal it. What do you mean? They cross eye before they reach the edge? No, they're completely fine. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do you mean they like that? Because you see how the left eye here isn't going through his skull, and when I move this backwards, his left eye, his left pupil isn't moving, but his right pupil is. I think that's what you mean. That's what Angelo means. So you can move this in a little bit without distorting everything else. Yes, that's quite a good observation. I've got it a bit easier because on the slime rigs, it's only the pupil. There's no like whites of the eyes or anything. So my life is a bit easier. All I have to do is do the what do you call it? The head squish morph. Yes. Okay. So let's take a look at what the Anish eyes do. If I move them left, his eyes go left. His head twists. There you go. His head twists to the left. If I do the right, it twists to the right. Now, what if I do it upwards? If I do it upwards, it bends up. If I do it downwards, it bends down. It squishes down. Does it go through? Yes, it does. The entire face goes diagonal. Yeah, so the entire head kind of moves. That is actually extremely easy to do. So it should take me not that long. Shizuko says, better hot water taste than piss. I would not know what piss tastes like, nor would I want to know what piss tastes like. Some people might, but I am not those people. Angelo says, drink stamp water. Chave, you dirty. Also, Chave chokes. I chunk. I don't choke. I chunk. Okay, cool. So, first thing I'm going to do, before any of that, is I realized another problem with this rig. This is composition. So, recently we have had a lot of people joining our server on Discord. And one of the guys that joined in is this guy called SolarPH. He's been really active. He joined in literally 3 days ago, and on the Discord rankings for the amount of points that you get, because you can get points on my Discord server, he's already ranking above TeamWnJ members. He's above Harry, he's above Eric, he's above my girlfriend. He's like ranked 5 or 6 or something. So he's really active, and he's been sharing a lot of his animations and asking for feedback. Some of the problems that I've been noticing with a lot of Minecraft animators is that their animations are fantastic. They look real good. They're cam included, right? Fantastic. But sometimes the composition needs some work. The way they frame their shots, the way they light their shots doesn't really look quite right. The problem with the slime rig right now is that most of the time we have a light above people's heads. This is true for filmmaking as well. It's rare that you have a light underneath someone. So let's say we have this light on top of ArcDoc's head. If I turn on shadows, you're going to immediately see the problem. So shadows are now, once I render it, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look, oh, hold on, I'm going to get some better shadows. It's going to look like that. You see how his eyes and his mouth kind of stretch a little bit? They're not actually stretching. That's because the eyes and the mouth is casting a shadow. And that's a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to make it so that the eyes and mouth do not cast a shadow. And then I will also need to make the transparency of the slime more transparent. So let's do that first. Transparency is not 80%, it is now 90%. That just makes it so that we can see into the face a bit more clearly. And then for the eyes themselves, right there. Rogue does stuff. So what's going on, Rogue does stuff? Welcome to the live stream. Today we are just rebuilding some of my old rigs. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing as I go along. You may be able to learn something if you're a rig builder yourself, or if you're just interested to see how people build Minecraft rigs in Cinema 4D. Of course, this is all built for my animated web series, Levaslier, right over here as well. It's been a while since I've done that, haven't it? Angelo says, I haven't tried the Anish rig yet. I gotta agree that the face is really good. It is the best rig. I've never seen a better rig than that, man. Shizuko goes, Angelo, there's a rig named after you. Angelo goes, I know, right? I can't believe someone named the rig after me. I'm honored. Wow, Angelo. It's like someone named the rig Kazuko as well. Huh, that's a really cool word, isn't it? Kazuko. Okay, so I found the eyes here. All I'm going to do for this is add a Cinema 4D tag in compositing, and we can disable shadows here. So the other day, Angelo also was asking on Discord, how can you hide Minecraft rigs? And I've got a universal solution that will work no matter what. So no matter what rig you're using, whether you're using the Anishwij rig or the FMR rig, I can just grab one of the FMRs right here. So no matter what rig you're using, typically, if you want to disable something from being visible, you hit these two little buttons here. The top one is disable from viewport, but when you render it, it'll still be there. The bottom one is disable for render, so it's gone now. But if I enable the top one, I can still see it in the viewport, but when I render, it's gone. Okay. This doesn't work for the rigs for some reason. It just goes a bit funky. Oh, it works for, okay, it works for Anish. It doesn't work for FMR. Right. So how do you hide the FMR rigs? Right click, add a Cinema 4D tag, go to compositing, and uncheck scene by camera, and it's as simple as that. So, but now you still see it in the viewport. Once you render it, it's gone. If you want to disable it in the viewport, go to Cinema 4D tags, add a visibility tag. Sorry, is it visibility or a display? Hold on, sorry, a display tag, my bad. Still use the old names. You check, use visibility right here, set that to 0%, and it'll be gone. So, for anyone using the FMR or the FMR Animate and you want to make it invisible in the viewport or in the render, that's how you do it. Super fast way to do it. No need to download anything as well. Angelo goes, Kazoku, eh? Sounds familiar. Need to make that into a t-shirt. Alrighty. So I added these two compositing tags here. Uncheck cast shadow. So the eyes will no longer cast a shadow. However, I need to do the same thing for the mouth. So let's select the mouth real quick. Find the mouth. There it is. Right click, add a compositing, uncheck cast shadows. And now if I render this, there will be no shadows there. Perfect. One down. Now we need to add the bend deformations. So let me save this file first before I lose everything, because I learned that the hard way. That would be in Levaslier assets rigs, probably. Do I have a slime rig? No, I do not. Okay. Let's see. First of all, I will do... We already have some of the stuff in place, because we do have the bend deformers here. However, you may notice when I checked the Anishwij rig earlier, I looked down here to see if it would go diagonal. If you look here, it doesn't actually go diagonal downwards. I'm not sure if that's needed or not. But I might tweak that a little bit. We should already have the twist as well. I'm just not... Yeah, there we go. There's the twist. So we've already got that built in. But I want to make that separated to the face rig. Basically, I want to be able to control the distortion of the slime manually. I also want to be able to control the eyes manually. But I also want the ability to control everything automatically. So this is something that the Anishwij rig doesn't do. Everything in Anishwij is automatic. As an animator, I prefer to have everything manual, just because I can have exact control over exactly what I want to do. So let's start wiring things up. I need to find... Okay, here's all the twists and stuff. These are all the deformers that we're using to twist and bulge the thing. Let me find out why this bend... That's definitely not the bend. Why this bend is not distorting the bottom of the shape. That would be front bend. So you see the purple container around it, that's what we call a deformer. This is over the entire thing. Maybe I'll check keep y-axis. That might change something. Yeah, so that's a lot better. That's a lot better. I'm not sure if I necessarily want the bottom of the face to bend downwards either. Maybe I won't make it like that so that I can manually do that myself. Oh my god. Yeah, this is me on the inside, guys. This is me on the inside. Here you go. Make the sound. Spell out the sound that this guy would make in the chat right now. Just start spelling out the sound. Hey, yo, Ira, what's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome back to the Levaslier Production Diary. It's been a while. Angela says, Chave, go to your bend deformer and check a setting there. I forgot what it's called. Yep, exactly that. That's the one. There you go. She goes, where's it, Harry? Harry's in Thailand right now. I'm not sure if you were in, were you in the Thursday stream, Shizuko? Because, we asked Harry, I was playing Insurgency, which is like a shooting game with, my friends, and Harry was there. And, we were like, you know how I gave Harry my microphone? So I'm using my mic here in Australia, but I have one in Hong Kong as well. I gave him the one in Hong Kong, because I'm not there. I'm not using it. We're used to having this high-quality voice, and then all of a sudden we're playing Insurgency. And he talks to me like, hey guys, what are you doing? I'm like, whoa, man, are you not using your mic? What's going on? He goes, oh yeah, I'm in, and my friends and I were just like, and he's still like, Thailand? He says it like that. He goes, Thailand? Like, wait, bro, you don't even know where you are? Where are you? He goes, I think I'm in Thailand. Like, you flew to a country without knowing where you're going? He goes, yeah, I mean, it wasn't my choice. I'm like, I was expecting you to say, I went to fuck it. And he goes, fuck it? Where is that? I've heard of that before. And my other friend goes, it's Phuket. I'm like, I know it's Phuket. I'm trolling him. And Harry goes, yeah, I know, it's Phuket. Am I in Phuket? He goes, oh, I think I'm in Phuket. Huh? I'm like, yeah, Phuket's in Malaysia. He goes, no, wait, am I in Phuket? I'm like, are you sure you're not in Singapore? And he gets so confused. He's like, where am I? Am I in Singapore? Am I in Malaysia? Am I in Thailand? Where am I? Alright, he didn't say that was stream Wi-Fi problems. There you go. That's what happened to Harry. Yeah, it's the typical Harry thing. And the best part is, if he ever goes to Singapore, you know how whenever I say that something gets launched far away, like if I if I hit something and it gets blasted in a video game, for example, I'm gonna say, holy shit, that thing went to Singapore. I don't know why I always naturally default to saying he went to Singapore, but in my mind, Singapore is always very far away. I don't know why. So one day he's gonna end up in Singapore actually, and I'm gonna be like, where did you go to Singapore? He'd be like, yeah, that's where I went to. That's where I went to. Okay, I'm like, oh, okay, guess he's in Singapore now. Okay, anyway, we have a slight problem where I can't. So here we've got a twist deformer here. The twist deformer right now is linked to this blue thing. So the x-axis, which is the red arrow here, the red axis controls the amount of bend, right? So sideways bend here. That controls this side bend. However, I can't link two controllers to the one side bend, meaning I need two different side bends. I'm not sure if I can have two different side bends working in conjunction with each other. Hey, yes, nobody, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since we've done some Lev stuff, but we're back. I wish Josiah and Bryger was here, because earlier today, so I went out to the city in the day, and then I came back temporarily just to, put things down, and then I went out for dinner again. But as I put things down, I was setting up the thumbnail, and I was setting up the stream, and I was wondering, should I do a Levaslier stream today, or should I play Minecraft today? And I was looking at some of my notes. I was like, I should probably get some work done for Lev, because it's been a while and I want to get this done. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll do a Lev stream today, but I'll set up the live stream first, so I'll start working during the stream. Excuse me. Oof, it's good. Sorry. So as I'm setting up the live stream, I'm putting in the thumbnails and whatnot. When you're partnered on YouTube, like when you're getting monetized, you have access to this button called copyright. So I can click on copyright, and then what that will show me is everyone who's stolen my videos and re-uploaded them. And YouTube is really good at catching this stuff. So I was going through and I found that, 4 people have decided to steal my videos. So I see some of them. I'm like, 2 of them aren't actual stolen videos, because I played this game called Rick's Minecart Stories, which is like the impossible game where you jump over blocks and whatnot, you get to the end. So like, there's only one way you can complete that. And so other people have completed it, and it's marking that as copyrighted. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's not copyrighted. So I ignore that. So I say archive. I see that someone else has stolen my video. I don't know why they would steal this. It's one of my parkour videos from 2016. It's one of the 2 uploads that I made in 2016. I'm like, oh, why would you? Okay, so I flagged that one. It's gone now. It's been reported. And then there's one more by Bragger. I'm like, huh. Wait, Bragger didn't steal my video. He probably watched my video on a stream or something. And that's exactly what it was. Bragger watched my stream in February of 2019, and he watched it with Josiah during their live stream. And he watched the Assault on Dire Shield, Levaslier episode 0, basically. What's going on, GD Everk? Welcome to Levaslier Production Diary. This is where I work on the behind the scenes for my web series, Levaslier. So anyway, I'm like, oh, Bragger watched the Assault on Dire Shield live. Let me see what they responded with. So I go into Bragger's live stream, and I skip to the part where they watch Lev. And it starts, and then they watch it, and they're like, that's good. Bragger's like doing this. I'm like, that's funny, that's funny. And the song starts playing, and everyone in the live stream starts going, dude, what is that song? That song is so good. What is that song? And at that point, I'm like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much. And people are actively chiming in the comments. They're like, holy shit, this is an assassin slime. This is so cool. What is this? I'm like, I want to reply, but this was done in February. This is, like, all the replies are hitting. They're, like, coming in, and everyone's saying it's so cool. Josiah's like, it's so cool, it's so cool. And then they were giving proper feedback. Josiah goes, the thing that looks off is that this big guy, he doesn't really look like he's swinging his weapons, which is valid criticism. So I'm like, thank you so much. I want to reply to Josiah saying, thank you so much for the valid criticism. I'll keep that in mind. I'll work on that next time. And people are just layering up so many different comments. And then the big moment where he, picks up the bottle and he smashes the dude's head in, and it plays the final, the Levaslier, like the title screen, the fire, and the dun 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 dun. Everyone's just like, woo! And I'm like, that hit me. That hit me so hard. I started tearing up. My hands are shaking. I started tearing up. I'm like, holy shit. Like, the hard work is finally being recognized. And then afterwards, people were giving comments after the entire thing ended. They were like, Bragger's doing his own thing. He's like, imagine the Shattered Crown in an animated format. Chief puts so much hard work in that. Josiah goes, yeah, Chief does put so much hard work into it. You can see it in all his streams. He does all this stuff, and like, they're just talking about the amount of work that I put into it. And like, I swear to God, listening to them acknowledging that, like, the amount of work that I put into my stuff, man. My hands started shaking. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm like, I can finally get some recognition. I feel so proud. But after seeing that, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I gotta work on love, man. Like, I started this for a reason, and these guys are finally, acknowledging that reason. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta finish it. So, if they were here, I'd thank them so much. Like, that really hit me home, man. It's not even the fact that they complimented Lev so much and the amount of work I put in. They recognized work, and they were like, Chief is such a great guy for putting this much work in. And they called me inspirational and whatnot. Fuck. Like, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was, it's always something at the end. So, there you go. GD Everk says, I like the Rage in Minecraft stream. Thank you so much, GD Everk. I like to see that as well. Thank you so much for the support, Angelo, and Shizuko, and yes, nobody. Yeah, and Zach Taz, sorry, I missed that one. It's good, man. So, if that's the recognition I get for the prologue, like, that means so much. So, I'll keep going with Lev and keep making more. Imagine the feedback that episode 1 would get. Anyway, we need to figure out whether whether multiple deformers can work on one thing. Okay, multiple deformers can work, which means we're good to go. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate all these deformers here. No, I don't, because I only need to duplicate a few of them. I need the twist. I need front bend. We'll duplicate these and rename these. This is, excuse me. This is I-linked twist, and then this one will be I-linked front bend. Drag those back into place, and we'll finally put a use to this useless controller here. What? That's not even linked to anything. Okay. So this, I will link to these two here. Hey, Solar PH, what's going on, Solar PH? Solar PH ain't no stranger. He just goes, Solar PH is from Solar PH is from our Discord server. He's a new member. He's one of the most active members now. Angelo says, Chafe, your mic audio is a bit low. Thanks for telling me. I'm just going. Yeah, I see that right now. I'm gonna bump that up a little bit. This should be better. Is this better? Test. Yep, that looks fine. Angelo, by the way, I finally. So here's the first story of the day. I went back to Australia in April of 2019, April this year, because I spent the January to like the end of March. I was still in Hong Kong. I didn't do much. I come back in April, and I live in this little suburb, over in Australia. My work office is literally 5 minutes away walking distance. And the restaurants that I go to and the shopping centers are like 10 minutes away by walking distance. So everything that I need is around me in my general area. I have not gone to the city in 4 months. 3 months. Yes. 7 minus 4 is 3, not 4. Yes, correct. 3 months. I have not gone to the city. And for reference, I used to go to the city every single week because I had school in the city. So anyway, I didn't go to the city for a long time. And my friend and I, Dade, the animator who helped out with Lev, he's like, hey man, are you back in Australia? It would be great to meet up with you. Why don't we go to Southern Cross and grab something to eat together? I'm like, oh, sure. Yeah, it's been a while. So we meet up in Southern Cross Station, which is in the city. And it's been 3 months. So I get there early in the morning, and I'm thinking to myself, need to grab myself a coffee. Should I buy myself a high-end coffee? That I'm not sure whether the quality will be good or not. And then I remembered, hey, Angelo donated me a few dollars, as you can see in the scrolling thing. And those dollars were for the coffee. So I think to myself, hey, I can get myself a free $1 coffee from 7-Eleven. Why don't I just do that? So I used the $2 they donated to me. I went to the coffee shop, 7-Eleven, got 2 coffees. You know, I'm used to doing this because when I go to school, I go to 7-Eleven, grab a coffee, head off to school fast, right? I go to 7-Eleven, press this button, get the coffee, and I get out. And then I'm waiting for my friend Dade. I take the first sip out of the coffee. It's like, coffee goes in your mouth. It's like smooth, right? This one, I mean, okay, don't think that $1 coffee is bad. For the quality of a 7-Eleven coffee, usually it's all right. It's what you'd expect from a $1 to $2 coffee. It's not bad. It does its job well. It's caffeine, and they use actual beans. You can see the beans, so it's not bad. So anyway, usually I'm used to drinking it. It's good. This one goes, and it's like rough. I'm like, what the fuck did I just drink? And it's tasteless. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, it must be the froth on the top, right? I'm like, oh, must have had like a full mouthful of froth there. Let me swirl it around a little bit, get that froth mixed in. It's tasteless froth again. Why is there so much froth in my coffee? So I drink 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 like swigs, and it's all froth. It's just froth. I'm like, what? Why did I get a full cup of froth? What's going on here? So I texted my friend Dave. I'm like, yo, I was gone for 4 months. I go to 7-Eleven, pick up my coffee, and it's all froth. What happened? And he goes, I don't know, man. I haven't been in the city for 4 months either. Jesus Christ. So that's the first thing. Got my froth coffee. But you know what? Caffeine is caffeine, so you can't complain. She's the one who says beer. Yeah, no. You think beer has a lot of froth? No. Try 7-Eleven coffee. Jesus Christ, something keeps on going into my fucking eyeball. Jesus. Solar PHV, they said 7-Eleven coffee was good. Common taste of some addition. Yeah, exactly. People make fun of 7-Eleven coffee because it's so cheap. But I mean, it's you can't complain about that. You can't complain. If it was $2 coffee and it's shit coffee, no one would buy it. But it's $2 coffee and it's all right. It's not the best thing in the world. It's all right. I'd buy it. I'd buy it again. I know it says imagine donating a cup of bubbles. You're gonna fill the bubbles with some sort of like gas as well. All right, so this is I link twist, meaning the X position will be linked to the strength. So object properties, angle. So what this is doing right now, for anyone who doesn't understand Expresso, excuse me, the control right here is this thing. So this box right here, this is this yellow thing. I'm saying use the position X, which is the red arrow right here, to control and use. So like, you know, if I move this, it's gonna give me an arbitrary number, like 1 centimeter moved or 5 centimeter moved, for example. I'm gonna say for every 1 centimeter moved, or for every 100 centimeter moved, output a number of 20. And then that number of 20 will go into the angle of the twist. So for every 100 centimeters, it'll rotate by 20 degrees. So if I do this now, it should rotate. Yep, that's perfectly fine. That's a bit too strong of rotation, so I'm going to lower that down. Let's say output a number of 10. Still a bit strong, so how about output a number of 5? That's alright. I think a number of 2 might work better. Or 2.5. That's a bit weak. What about 3? I think that's fine. Right there. Yep, that's a spot. Alright. So if I move it this way and that way, you see, you know, it moves ahead just like before. Cool. Zactaz says, wow, the PewDiePie video nearly has 2,000 vegans. Wow. Views, not vegans. And so says Chafe, we have 15-cent USD powdered coffee. I know that. That's sold all around the world as well. It's sold very popular in Asia because, sorry, in Hong Kong rather, because you know, a lot of like Filipino maids, you know, domestic helpers and Indonesian domestic helpers, they all come to Hong Kong to help out. So with that population, which makes up a big population of Hong Kong, a lot of them love buying that stuff. Even my Indonesian domestic helper always brings that stuff back for me. It's great. Yes, nobody says, left some art and hashtag feedback. If anyone is on the Discord, I'm looking for ideas and feedback. Hey, yes, nobody, you want me to show it on the stream? We could give ideas and feedback all together on the stream as well. I just need permission. As always, I need written permission before I show something that belongs to somebody else, because copyright is a bitch. Andre says, I tried getting into coffee, but I can only enjoy coffee desserts. Well, you're going to be coming here soon, so you're going to be enjoying coffee with me, so it's fine. Is that, what? Okay. So that's linked. I don't know what that one is supposed to be, so I'm just going to... Ah, that's for the eyeball. Of course it is. Okay. So that just moves the head, but it doesn't move his eyes. Like, if I move this, it moves his eyes, right? Also, that is ridiculous because I already have this. So I'm going to switch that over. We don't need this as a rotation. We should just have that as the sideways. So let me fix that first. I don't know what I was thinking when I first built this rig, man. So we'll take the range mapper here. The rotation for this is linking to these two. So I'm going to take these two and cut these out. Bring it back to here. Where is it? There it is. And drop that into... Whoops. There. Get rid of this one. So this now, that only controls one eye. What's going on here? Yes, nobody says you're allowed to show it. Like I said, I haven't done thumbnails in a while. Oh, it's thumbnails. Okay, cool. Let's see. In, where is it? In feedback. Cool. All right, so this is on Discord, on our Discord channel. If you're not in our Discord channel and you'd like to join, it's in the link in the description right now. Discord is just a community for all of us to gather around. It's like Skype if you use Skype, but it's better. It's better than Skype. All right, so are these thumbnails intended for YouTube? Cause, okay, I'm just gonna. That's a screenshot from in-game, I'm guessing. Cool. Did this a while ago. Which one is better? If you're going to ask me which one is better, the second one is absolutely better. Why? It's because the amount of contrast here is a lot better, so I can actually see what's going on. What I would do to change it is I would go in there and I wouldn't need the legs. So I'd use just the top half of the body and move that and take up half of the entire screen with that, giving space for the text as well. I think the text looks good. Hold on. By itself, I think this looks good. I think this looks perfectly fine, but it could be better. I would consider, I don't like using this font. This is the typical Minecraft font. I don't like using it because when you look at this from a distance, you can't really tell what it says. Black is alright when you have the white border around it, I think. You also got to take a look at it from a distance. So I'm just going to lean back a little bit and just take a look at that. Yeah, the episode 1 text is way too small and the font is way too thin. I would change the font on that. I personally like the yellow color, and I would change Fallen SMP to yellow, maybe. Just a suggestion. I'm not sure if it'll work or not. Everything else looks good. The reason I said to expand the Minecraft character as well is because I find that Minecraft characters actually draw the eye a lot, especially to Minecraft viewers, and they want to see the character in a close-up. However, having your guide there just like that, the composition for that is very nice. It's very nice for YouTube, I think. So good job, good job. Overall, I think it's pretty good. The top one needs some work. This top one, hold on. Why don't you use the symbol down here? Why don't you use this Fallen SMP symbol down here? The top one. The problem with this is that, first of all, the outline is way too thin. It's way, way too thin. And, second of all, the blackness does not give a good silhouette as to what it is. And I'm not sure what I'm looking at in the red either. So, there's that. Suzuko Gaz says, the eye thing where his eye went straight to the edge of the cube looks like a shrimp and it looks scary. Are you scared of shrimps? So Liz says your nodes are all scattered over the place. Well, I don't really go into my nodes that much, man. You're the node guy. I know. I'm just very basic with nodes, man. Zach says, when I got my massage on Thursday, the person who was massaging me was massaging my hands, and I don't know what happened, but some weird ass reflex, and my fingers were just like got to hold. That happened to me as well. I was on a roller coaster, and one of my seniors was sitting next to me. He's this like really buff Chad looking dude, and our hands are just like together. And as we're going down, my hands slam backwards, and his hand is there, and I literally interlaced my fingers with his hand. I wasn't willingly doing it, but because I was getting yeeted back by the force of the roller coaster, it was like, I was relaxing my hand, and it was still going into him, and he's like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm not doing it. I ain't doing shit. As we're going down, I'm like, I ain't gay, man. I don't know what's going on. And hindsight, I should have looked at him in the eyes and said, hold me. Angelo says it's a baby reflex. If you press the palm, they close. I must not have baby reflexes. I have an adult reflex. Whew, that could have gone... An adult reflex could have gone in a whole bunch of different ways. Alright, so why is... Excuse me. Why is one of the eyes not moving? Why is that? That is quite concerning indeed. Okay, so that no longer does anything. What could be causing the... Oh, you know what it might... No. Why is the other eye not moving? How curious. How curious indeed. Okay, let me undo some of that. What's going on here? Okay. So this works. Both eyes move in conjunction with each other. These eyes are... Where are they? These eyes are there, right? And... there's a protection tag on the... So we've got the two eyes individually by themselves, and then we've also got one object encompassing both eyes. This one has a protection tag stopping it from moving Oh, sorry, it's locking. This is the only thing that this is doing is locking its Z direction, so I can't push this into his head. That's the only thing the protection tag is doing. Now then, on this rotation B, so on this one, the rotation on this is controlling the x-axis on both of the eyes. And the reason that's stopping on the edge instead of phasing through the skull is because there is a protection tag here, question mark? No, that's not it. That protection is to avoid the slider from going off the slide. Okay, so how am I stopping it from getting out of the edge? How am I doing that? Is there... There's no protection tag on these ones, so theoretically these could move outside. Unless in here the range mapper is mapped differently. Oh, there you go, Angelo. There you go. I have the Anishwij eyes, whereby the other eye doesn't move. See, when it reaches the edge, it doesn't move. There you go. So I've already done that. It's within these range mappers. Okay, so if I take this, cut that out, go into here, get rid of that, paste, and then link these two up. Theoretically, now, there we go. Perfect. And because the y-axis is still untouched, I can move it up and down as well. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Cool. Everything is working accordingly. Delete port, delete port, delete port. There we go. Zach says, can we have a sandwich? What's with you and sandwiches? Why do you like sandwiches so much? Were you born with a sandwich? Angela says, Chafe, you stop it from going over the edge with the range mapper. Yeah, that's... You guys figured it out. You guys figured out how I stopped it before I figured out how I stopped it. Angela says, by the way, my video buffered a bit. I might have replied late. Hey, since it's your first time on the stream, what I tried to say there... Excuse me, I had a stroke. What I tried to say there was the stream is always lagging. For some reason... Even though it says the connection is 100% perfect, it lags. I don't know why. Don't know what's doing it. No matter what computer I stream on, whether it's this computer, that computer, my MacBook, or my fourth computer, no matter which country I'm in, it always lags even though it says 100% connection with everything green. Don't know. Yeah, Shizuko is asking the real questions. Why are you so obsessed with getting a chat with sandwiches? Also, it seems like nobody in this chat room can figure out how to spell sandwiches. Here, I now officially give you the correct spelling of sandwiches. It's what's the worst way I can spell this? Sandwiches. There you go. Sandwiches. If I ever make... I should create a tag just for, on Discord, just for, Zactaz. Call it Shandwiches. There you go. Anyway, so we've got that linked up. That's cool. It's working fine. That's the individual eye movement. So what I also need to go in and do now is link that up to there. Except I don't. I can cheat this. So I'm going to go in here. This range mapper right here moves the eyes. What I can do here... Ooh, I'm not sure now. Now that I've said it, I'm not so sure. What I thought of doing was, you know how I have the two eyes separately and then I have just the eye? I can move just the eye, except that goes out of existence. It's gone to Singapore. See? Singapore again. It's come back. Okay. I can do that. I could simply link that to there. Except that's called being lazy. And after the immense feedback that I got, I don't want to be lazy anymore. So what I'm going to do is take the extra effort to redo that eye thing for the top controller as well. Except I'm not sure if it'll work or not. That's the catch. Anyway, so I'll right click. No, I need to create a null on this. Angelo, Solar, is Cam here? Cam might be able to help me. Do you guys know a way to create a null object on the position? Sorry, like as a parent of another object. Because I know that I can create a null as a child, or in the same child of an object. Excuse me. But I'm not sure if I can create it as a parent. I'm not sure. I don't think so. That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't matter. I'll just move it manually. So this needs to go under there. This is the IR controller. This is the IL controller. So what I've done is created extra objects on the eyes, because like I explained earlier, if this eye object is currently being controlled by this switch, I can't have something else also controlling that eye object at the same time. So if I create a parent object, if I put this eye object as a child of a parent, I can control the parent and move that independently. Theoretically. So see how this moves the eyes? That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Let's see. That's because I have the global matrix here as well. Okay, so I need to copy this to that. Don't mind me. There you go. And there. No, that doesn't work anymore, does it? No, I messed up. Unless I get rid of the big one. Somehow that still didn't... I know. I got it. Control IL. Hold on. I don't got it. I got a problem. Hold on a second. What the hell is Control IL? Control IL. What is that? Where is that? Wait, where is... What? Oh. Wait. What is that? I'm so confused. What are you guys talking about placenta sandwiches? The other day I was at work. And my coworkers said there was a bit of controversy with the Hungry Jack's, which is like a McDonald's store here in Australia. There's a bit of controversy with Hungry Jack's because they released a commercial announcing the new bunny burger. And a lot of my coworkers were like, what the fuck? A bunny burger? And I thought to myself, like, okay, naming it bunny burger isn't necessarily the best name. But if somebody, say if you're out camping, would you eat a hare or a rabbit? I would. Like, I would. And they looked at me and they were like, that, like, people eat hare and rabbit. It's not normal in Australia. I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then I was like, would you guys eat a kangaroo? And they're like, no, I wouldn't eat Australia as national animal, but I said, I'd probably eat a kangaroo. I would probably eat a kangaroo. I've seen kangaroo meat sold. It's a kind of an exquisite meat. I've never tried it. I would like to try it. I don't know. I'd just like to try kangaroo meat. And they're like, would you eat any meat that I give you? I'm like, other than a cat and a dog, probably. And then they hit me with, would you eat a penguin? Now, I love penguins. Penguins, when I was a child, was my favorite animal. In fact, in my design class, I once made a plate, like a metal plate, with an engraving on a penguin on it, and I like nailed that into like a wooden plaque to hang on a wall. That's how much I love penguins. In my Pokemon games, my starter Pokemon is Piplup, the penguin. So I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want to eat a penguin. But I thought about it a bit more. It's a bird. It's like how you can eat pigeon. It's like how you can eat duck. It's like how you can eat chicken. or turkey. You know, those all taste good. Penguin might taste just like that. Shit. That's tempting. That's tempting. Like, food is food, man, but penguin. Ooh, I don't know how to answer that one. Dude, that's hard to answer. And then they hit me with, my dumbass. They hit me with, would you eat a guinea pig? And my instant reply was, yeah, it probably tastes like pig. A guinea pig. I thought he said a pig. No, I would not eat a guinea pig. First of all, there's no meat there. Second of all, why? Like, there's no incentive to eat a guinea pig. So no, I would not eat a guinea pig. I have. This will probably come out weird to some of you. I have eaten stingray before. Stingray is actually pretty nice, and they're like, what does stingray taste like? So the way I described it is, stingray has the texture of sushi, like an uncooked fish. It has a texture of uncooked fish, so it's kind of like, you know, good to chew on. Not chewy, but like fish. But it has the taste of a cooked fish fillet, which is really interesting. And it's not like a big piece of meat either. There's a lot of bones in it, and there's like small chunks of meat in between each bone, so you can just like kind of suck out the meat from the bones. It's really nice. It's really nice. Shizuku goes, human meat is the healthiest meat. I'm sure you would know a lot about that. Did you know that human meat actually tastes like chicken? Don't know how I know that. I'm not sure if that's fake news, but that's what I heard from reports. Shizuko says, I don't eat rabbit meat, but if it's the only thing to eat, I devour it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, rabbit meat, honestly, to me, rabbit meat isn't too taboo. Like, if you eat a dog, that's pretty taboo. But rabbit, for me, is not that much. Like, I get that it's people's pet. My uncle has a pet rabbit. That I love. Like, I'm not going to eat the pet rabbit. But if it's like a rabbit, you probably eat a rabbit. Okay. Anyway. Let's figure out what's going on here. I want to rewire this top controller to also have the same abilities of this thing right here. Meaning, hold on. Andrea says, check Discord technical. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Just post a solution for me on Discord. Okay, let's see. So, Solar, thank you. Solar just sent me a solution. Let me take a look at this. He goes, it's chief, you can use range mappers on 2 different eyes. Set the values on both range mappers. Set spline. Don't forget to turn on clamp, then mix X and Y. What do you mean set spline? Oh, you mean for the range mapper. Yeah. I get what you're doing. But I want to avoid having that many settings in there. I want to create as many like nulls as possible so that we can easily click on it and identify it without opening Espresso. I want to try to stay I want to avoid Espresso as much as possible. I get what you're doing here. Yeah. I might do that for the human rig, but on the slime rig, I'm probably just going to stick to the easy solution. Because with that, if I were to use your solution, I could also link that up with like the eyes and whatnot. So for the human rig, I'll just stick to the basics and just create a bunch of nulls for it. Okay. Sorry, what was I doing? I have this controller here. And this I can move up and down. Why? Because the horizontal axis is already controlled by this rotation. Nope, hold on. This rotation needs to change as well. That's something that I noticed as well. Yeah, okay. So this is good. This is a bit more work than I thought it would be, but that's why I'm using the entire stream for it. Andre, hold on. Andre, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that. Now we're gonna get spoilers. You shouldn't have said that. Okay, sorry, I got confused a little bit. FYI, don't spoil Attack on Titan. If you spoil Attack on Titan, I'm banning you instantly. Sorry, what was I doing? I got so confused over the spoilers. I've got position Y over here, which isn't linked to... that's of course not linked to anything. This is currently linked to the twist. I need to link that to the eyeballs. Okay, cool. I got that. How do I link it to the eyeballs? I've made 2 separate controllers. I need to put these 2 separate controllers into these slots right over here, and then set their x-axis to be controllable. You must... Solar says, yes, I've connected global rotation to rotate... Sorry. You must have connected global rotation to rotation as well. I must have connected global rotation to rotation as well. What do you mean? I'm not getting that. So I'll drag this in here, set the position X, and then set this position X as well. Hold on, that can't be done like that. That has to be separate. That's fine. Hold on, I can just copy that. I can just copy this, because these are already range mapped correctly. Move that up to here. Paste. Link these up. Whoops, it's gone. Link these up. Position X. And then link these up. Okay. The problem is, these 2 eye controllers that I've just created aren't doing their job. Because these controllers, this is controller IL, which is telling me, first of all, the right eye controller should only have the right eye. It's telling me that this needs to be there. And then on the left eye controller, we don't need the right eye here, and then this needs to be there. Wow. That is definitely not right. Wow. Amazing. Okay, so why is that? That's because the eye controller left is somewhere else. Okay, so we got to move this controller into the correct spot right there. It did not move. Okay. Interestingly, the axis is gone. So see how the right eye controller is lining up directly onto the right eye? See how the left controller is in the middle of the head? That ain't right. Why is it in the middle of the head? This tool right here is the XYZ transition or transform tool. This moves whatever object I have selected onto another object that I click on. So once I click on that, I should be able to move it there. Except it doesn't like me very much so today. Because it's parented. That's why. Bang. Bang. Did it do the thing? It did not do the thing. Can I even move this? No, I can't. Well, gone. Let's restart that from the very beginning. Create a new object there. Drop that underneath. IL_controller. Put an espresso tag on there. Whoops. Whoops. Delete the right eye. Drag the left controller in. And we have it working. What's going on, Harry? He goes... Wait, Harry's in the chat. Yeah, Harry is in the chat. Did Harry say something earlier? Harry says, hey, man. All right, hey, what's going on? Stub my damn toe right before joining. Not your knee. Oof. He goes, if toes are to be cut upon pain, Chave Dwarfy Dwarf would had no toes. No, no, no. You see, here's the thing. I have trained my toes. Using the art of the iron toe. I have impaled my toe into so many different walls that I now no longer feel pain with my toes. My toes are as hard as steel. If I were to hit someone with my toes, it would penetrate them. Clean through. What's going on, useless? That's an unfortunate username, but welcome to Levaslier Production Diary. This is the stream where I work on my animated web series Levaslier right here on my t-shirt. Let's see. I've plugged everything in now, and so, theoretically, this will no longer do anything. Because it's completely broken now. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Don't worry, everything is going according to plan. Okay. So, what happened there? This object is now missing. Let's reconnect that. Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, that's why. That's why it was in the middle. That is why it was in the middle. Because that was linked to force it into the middle. Let's undo that. Okay. Now that we know that, I can undo everything back to default. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. This controller is complete. What in the goddamn? There you go. I linked it to the... Of course I did. Of course I did. I linked it to the Y position. I'm sure I did. Why I did that, I don't know. So these are linked to the controller. Is this one linked to the controller? That's linked to Control IL and Control IR. That's down here. This is linked to something else entirely. But this is linked to Control I. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Interesting. 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 Okay. What's going on? Angelo says, ow my toe, ow my knee, ow my head. The only thing missing is now ow my shoulder. Hey, don't forget Andre has ow my shin. It's like we're collecting the, you know how in Yu-Gi-Oh or something, you have the Exodia card, where you have the center Exodia, and you got, like, right arm and the left arm and the forbidden one, and, like, the left leg and the right leg. We have the pain Exodia, where you have the forbidden toe of Exodia, the forbidden knee of Exodia, the forbidden head, and the forbidden shoulder of Exodia. There you go. Okay. Let's take a look at what's happening. The eye controller is currently not working. That is set to the Y-axis instead of the X-axis. So when you shift this, give me coordinates position X. We'll move the wire from the Y to the X. We'll move the wire from the Y to the X. Well, that happens. That happens. Because two things cannot control one thing at the same time. Okay, well, that's broken, so thank God I have an old save. Revert. Of course, because this is controlling the same thing. Oh, okay. Let's see. Shizuka put them together and you get summon the Sacred Warrior. Yeah, the Sacred Warrior of the Iron Body. He doesn't feel pain anymore. He does damage to you by specifically grabbing you by the toe and stubbing it into things. He's gonna lean down, pick you up by the toe using two fingers, and then, like, jam it into something. You reminded me. Okay. So Harry and I, we used to swim a lot. And for some reason, this motherfucker, Harry, he always gets cramps. He constantly gets cramps in the worst parts at the worst times over and over and over. He can't swim for more than an hour without getting a cramp, and he's been swimming for years and years. Don't know what's up with him. He can't do any exercise without getting a cramp. And I was telling him a story about when I was coaching the swimming team in my school that one of our guys in the swim team had a cramp, and he goes, Julian, I can't swim right now. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, I have a cramp. I go, okay, stretch. Which part do you have a cramp on? He goes, my toe. So I'm like, wait, you have a cramp in your toe? He goes, yeah. I'm like, that's the first time I've heard of a cramp in your toe. He goes, I go, which toe? He goes, the big toe. I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, how do you stretch that? How do you stretch you pull it back like this, right? You gotta pull it back. So I was like, I guess you do this. You grab all your toes and yank them back. He goes, I'll try that, and it kind of works. And then so the next day I tell Harry, I'm like, bro, one of the guys on my swim team had a toe cramp, and he goes, ha 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 ha, and he says, how do you stretch that? I'm like, that's what I've been trying to figure out. How do you stretch a cramped toe? And he goes. We start making jokes about the fucking crap thing. One of us, he goes, imagine having to go to the hospital because you have a cramped toe. What would they do? And the doctors have to, like, open up your toe, take out the muscle, and, like, kind of just stretch it like that, and then put it back in. You gotta grab it, do a few of these ones, and chuck it back in, and stitch it back. Oh, there you go. You got a good toe now. Yeah, you stretch your toe. And he goes, hey, fuck off, I didn't cramp when we do martial arts. You got punched in the nose once and you couldn't stop sneezing. If it's not a cramp, it's gonna be something else, man. Just because that shit actually hurts you get in the fingers. I've never had a finger cramp. I've never had a toe cramp. I've had calf cramps. I have a neck cramp. Have you had one of those? It's the most retarded thing because you sleep a bit funny one day and you wake up and it's like one of those days where you're like, your head is stuck like this and you can't do anything without looking like this, and you try to rotate it back and it goes like, and you finally rotate it, but it hurts like hell, so you naturally start like, you stay like this for a while, but it takes a lot of concentration and effort, and then slowly but surely you start like naturally rotating your head back to the side, and now you got to use your effort to go back to like normal. So I had a day like that, and I spent the entire day trying to focus on moving forward, and my neck was so stiff because I was trying to look forward. At one point, surely enough, I used too much energy and it cramps up, and so I'm rotating back. I'm like, fuck, that hurts so much, and it cramps. I'm like my neck. That's the most retarded thing, because the person I feel like crap right now, and I feel the person that I was talking to, he was like, is your neck okay, man? You stepped a bit funny. I'm like, yeah, I stepped and he's just like, whoa, dude, are you okay? I'm like, my neck, it's cramping, and he's just like, can I help you? I'm like, I can't even say it. I'm trying to yank my head back, but it's cramping up so bad. I'm just stuck like this. I'm like, that's the only thing I could say. Somehow, surely, I finally got to this position, and I had to live the rest of my day like this. It was not a nice day, but I came back the next day, and everyone was quoting me, going, and everyone was shouting, fuck, my broken neck, man. Angelo, Ow, fuck, my tooth, Jesus Christ. Ow, fuck. Oh. Andre says, I've had an experience of volleyball hit my finger too hard and it was the most painful experience of my life. Hey, at least you don't have, in Cantonese, so, you know, Cantonese street food, a very popular one is fish balls. And so you get a chain of fish balls and you spike them onto this one long, like, toothpick looking thing. So, fishball in Cantonese is called yudan, right? It literally translates to fishball. And poking it means the term for it is 篤魚蛋, right? You get a bunch of it and you poke it, poking fish balls. And when you're playing basketball and it happens and the ball comes and it spikes your finger, we call that poking the fishball, right? And one time during basketball when I was still in high school, yes, surprise, surprise, I used to play basketball. I suck at it. Okay, I'm playing and then somebody shoots at the goal. It hits and it rebounds off. So I jump up to catch it and it's coming down. I'm short as fuck, so I have to jump up. I'm jumping up with all the force of my body. Excuse me. It's coming down after a rebound. My pinky nails the basketball. It goes boom. From the second digit down, my pinky dislodges and goes downwards. Yeah. So it goes back. I'm like, ow! Fuck, it hurt. It instantly hurt. I was like, fuck. That was probably one of the first injuries I've ever gotten. Like, serious ones. I'm like, fuck. It hurt so much. I instantly popped it back into place without knowing what happened, but it was diagonal. It was diagonal. I messaged my mom. I said, I poked fishball, and my pinky is now dislocated. She did not understand the term poke fishball and got very, very confused. She thought I was poking fishballs and somehow in the process dislocated my pinky finger while poking fishballs with a toothpick. But yeah, I popped the finger out. It went out diagonal, and then I decided that's not healthy, and I popped it back in, and it was good from there. Now I can move my finger. It says I'm too short and weak to play basketball. Okay. I'm short, and I'm a bit weak as well, you could say. My problem with basketball is my coordination. I can jump relatively high because I do a lot of parkour and I do a lot of sports stuff, right? But I have this one friend. I kid you not. I'm going to stand up to do this. I kid you not. I have this one friend who jumps like this, okay? Take a look at my body position, okay? This is... You gotta see this. You won't believe it until you see it. So, you know, you're playing basketball. You bounce the ball right here, right? You jump up like that to shoot the ball, right? So if the hoop is up there, I jump up. My body goes upwards, yeah? This guy, I swear to God, he goes boom, 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 and he wants to shoot. He grabs it, he goes like this. What the fuck is that? Look at my body. He's like, what the fuck is that? Is that a jump? His body stays in the exact position, and his legs just go up like this. He just I looked at that. I'm like, whoa. I thought the first time I saw it, I'm like, must have rolled an ankle or something. It must have been like some sort of dumb, faulty jump. Like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. He does it 3 times in a row. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Do you not know how to jump? And he's like, no, I know how to jump. I'm like, okay. And he keeps on doing this, and it looks so funny because he jumps when he's running, and so he'd be running, and he jumps, and I don't know how you could picture this. He's running, and he jumps, and he's staying in the exact position as he's jumping. It looks so stupid. I didn't correct him because he said he knew how to jump. I was like, okay, whatever. You know how to jump, man. You keep jumping at this. Go doing, 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 and he go bounce along with. Oh, you jump. You jump. You. Ritagun says reminds me of Ryan's pinky finger, Dokudan, poking fishballs. Nothing severe though. Yeah, fair. I've dislocated my pinky finger and my left middle finger. I dislocated my left middle finger due to the same thing. It popped off and it went out that way this time. So it went out this way and it dropped down a little bit, but I put it back on. And it wasn't really that severe. Like, I put it back on and it was probably swelled up for like a day or two, but I could move it after that. So it was a very, very, very minor one. But because my middle finger had a slight impalement, I was handling papers and then it slid and it cut my fucking fingers. I'm like, motherfucker, I got a paper cut. The next day I went to China with my dad. And so we're in China, we're like visiting schools and whatnot. We're at one of the schools. This is an elementary school, and I'm checking on the paper cut, right? So the kids are in front of us, and I'm like, man, my finger got cut. Man, how big is the cut? Is it still bleeding? I wonder if it's healed up already. Right after I dislocated it as well. And my dad kind of looks at me. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing? I saw that." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I got a paper cut. Oh, it took me a second to realize." I've been flipping off the kids for like a solid 30 seconds. I was just like, what is that? Very interesting. I wonder if the kids saw it. Must be calling me a motherfucker right now. Angelo goes, he's playing Frogget. Frogget. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Frogget. Sounds like a Pokemon. Okie dokie. Okay. So, that's the thing there. Okay. Eyeballs need to move. Okay. This controls the eyeball. I could move all of that up to there, but then I won't be able to have fine control over each individual eye. Fuck, this is a hard one. I really want to use that as the controller, but I don't want that phasing out either. Unless I limit the mobility to that much. Or, alternatively, I can set this to the bottom one, and then set that to the top one. And then I can limit the amount of range that moves by, so that it can't possibly exceed. That could be used as a cheat. There we go. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that's a lot easier. That solves a lot of problems. Also gets my job done. Okay, so we don't need these two extra controllers. They're useless. We're going to go into the espresso of this one, and we're going to steal everything from here. Goodbye. We're going to paste that up to the top. Where is it? There it is. Paste. Move to here. Get rid of these guys. Whoops. What is going on here? Okay. Goodbye. Position X is in relation to this and come on. You can do it. Anytime. You got this. And come on. There we go. So now that rotation is also linked up to the head. There we go. Okay. I feel like, does that work? How does that look to you guys? Does that look like it would work? I think that's pretty cool. Cool. Solar PH has returned. What's going on, Solar? Okay, so now that, if this looks cool to you guys, I think this looks fine. We can now go into this one. And whoops, did not mean to do that. Still having fun with these slimes, man. After 7 years of working on Lev, I'm still having fun with the slime heads. That's so much possibility with just a few blocks. Okay, so now we can go back to this one, and we will simply use the main eye controller here. Nope, we don't even need to create a new one. Create a position X, right? Come on, here. And let's try doing... Now I'm going to need a new range mapper for that. Okay. Duplicate the range mapper. The range mapper, for those who still don't understand. Range mapper says I can input a certain number and it will output a certain number. So I can say for every 1 centimeter inputted, it will output a value of 5 degrees, for example. That's what range mapper does. Solar says more twist IMO. More twist. That could be done. I'm just not sure how much twist is too much twist. Let's try more twist let's try more twist like Solar says, and let's see what happens. So we'll go into the twist here. Hold on, that's wrong. We'll go into the espresso here. Let's set the twist back up to 5 degrees. I tried this before. Let's see 5 degrees. 5 degrees rotates it by that much. I feel like that might be a bit much twist. Angelo says the eye shouldn't go as far to the edge, but I guess as the animator and not the rigger. I think the eyes are fine. I need more eye movement in there anyway, so it's fine. 25 degrees? 25 degrees is a bit much, I think. Well, 25 degrees, yeah, you're doing a full-on distortion. That doesn't really look right. Because now he's looking behind him. Because all that this is all I'm trying to mimic right now is, I want to keep this as minimal as possible. Because what I'm doing right now is if you move your eyes in real life side to side, a few of your muscles on your face are also going to move. Just like how if I smile, it's a lot of muscles working in conjunction. It's like all these cheek muscles pulling up, but because it's pulling up, it's also distorting everything on top here. So when you move your eyes, to exaggerate everything in an animation as well, twist everything a little bit, so he's not actually looking behind him. Yeah. I think it has to be between 3 to 5 for me. I'm pretty content with staying at 3. So, yeah, I'll drop it back down to 3. That's cool. Okay, with this one, going back here, let's drag in the range mapper here. Save it before I link it up. Position X. Now, how does this work? Okay, that's cool. It moves out a bit too much. So, let's move this here. That goes out. I don't like it going out. I'm going to set the max output to lower, 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 lower. Around there. Okay. So now it can't move out. Perfect. The problem... Oops. Hold on. Undo. The problem now is what happens if I do this followed by that. Oh, now it goes out. Okay. So now that I know that, all I have to do is not do that. That's simple. I will just not do it. Because if I need to do that, I would just move it like that way or something. Solar says, try to add a bit of bend to the side where twist. Do you mean bending like this? Also, better set that bend to be correct, because that bend right now is wonky. It ain't just wonky, it's wonky. Sorry. Subtly, Chief. 2.5 is enough. I'm tempted to agree with you. I think you're right. I think you're right, Angela. I think you're right. 2.5 to 3. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I'll leave it there for now, because I can always decrease it naturally by doing that if I needed to. So it's fine. Anyway, so this is there. Now the eyes move accordingly as well, and they don't get out of his frame. That's good. And now we need to do the up and down, because I haven't linked the up and down yet. That's super simple because we've already done most of it. Let's go into here, open up the tracking. The position Y is currently linked to nothing, so let's link the eye linked front bend here. Create a input for the angle. Link that into the angle. Save first. Link that into the angle. Now when I move this up, okay, something happened. Something broke. Something broke indeed. What broke? I linked front bend. What broke? Is the range mapper not enough? It's currently mapped to -20. I think it's not enough. Okay, let's say 1 to 1. No? Okay. Interesting. What's going on here? Harry says, I think with a character as malleable as a slime, you deserve more leeway with exaggeration. Yeah. I mean, that's just the automatic stuff. Again, I don't like doing stuff automatically. I'm always a manual type of guy. I always like having these manual controls up here. So if anything, I can always do this if I wanted to. If I wanted to turn them into, what do you call this? What do you even call this? My worst nightmare. That's what you call it. Why is this not doing the thing? Why? It is all linked up. It should be doing that. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I linked it to the angle instead of the strength. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. Of course I did. Okay, take two. Take two. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Was not confused at all. There was no problem. There was no struggle there. Nothing happened. Okay. There we go. Okay. Naturally, I took the wrong... Oh, I forgot to change the angle. There you go. 90. So now, if I move this upwards, it goes upwards. And if I move it down, it goes downwards. Perfect. This is exactly what you want to see in a slime. There you go. That's abuse, Chave, he says. Let's lower down the amount of range. So for every 20 inputs, I'm going to have one output. That nulls it down by a lot. Okay. I want to null that down a little bit more. So let's say for every 30, I get one. That's about enough for me, I think. That's cool for me. And if it goes down by that much. Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to start saying that now. It's I don't know why that started coming into me. I've been saying that with, you know, you guys can see us in the TeamWnJ chat. Like on Discord, you guys can see us there. You're not allowed to join in, but like, if you scroll down, we're all here. And occasionally, I don't know when I started doing this, I started saying perfect. And it's just kind of stuck with me. Don't know where it came from. It's just happened. Okay. So the up and down here is good. It's starting to look real good. I think it's starting to look real good. Like, this is a lot better. I like this. I like this. I really like this. But I want to have the up and down be controlled here as well. So, to do that, I will do the thing. Yes. I will simply add these two. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard. This should not be too hard. I have said that 3 times in this video. But it's fine. It's fine. Watch, guys. It is 100% absolutely daijobu. Save before I input. Create a new input point for coordinate position Y. Create a second link. In coordinates. Come on. Coordinates position. Not sure what happened there. Coordinates position Y. And now, watch the magic. There was no magic. Guys, magic does not exist in this world. I'm sorry to break it to you. Neither does Santa. Nor your dreams. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Your dreams always exist here. Even if you don't believe in your dreams, I believe in your dreams. You're awesome. The girl from Cancole influenced you? No, I don't. I think what it might be is fucking, what's her name? Moe? What's her first name? Saotome? No. What's her name? Natsumi! There's a virtual YouTuber who speaks English called Natsumi Moe. And she's like the most like weeb, if you guys know Saliamaki, Natsume Moe is like Saliamaki, but a virtual YouTuber. I think she said perfect at one point, and I started saying perfect as well. I can't believe I got influenced by some virtual YouTuber, man. Angelo says Santa doesn't exist. You gotta watch. Did you not see that Christmas animation? We know who Santa really is now. We know who Santa is. Zach says, how do I know I am dreaming? You pinch yourself. Wait, no. How do know what I am dreaming? How do know what I am dreaming? You wanna try that again? Solar says that was the bend and twist while looking. Never seen that. Never seen that was planned. Hold on a second. What? That was a twist and bend while looking. Yeah, no, it's doing the thing, but it's not looking up and down. I'm trying to make it look up and down. I must have... You reckon I pulled a dumbassery again? No, that's position Y. That's correct. Range mapper is range map to 1-to-1. This is correct. So theoretically, this should go up and down, unless the only exception is that if L and Y are already linked here, which now looking at it should be the case. No, they're not actually. They're not. So why would the Y position... See, this works in the Y position. So why would that not work in the Y position? But this does. Why? Zach says, "What? How do you know what I'm dreaming?" Okay. Zach has just reminded me of the story. Guys, you gotta listen to this. Okay. So, I was online. I was just reading a few articles. I found a story that this girl posted. She goes, when I was younger, I always had sleep paralysis, and I would see visions as I would wake up in sleep paralysis. So for those who don't know what sleep paralysis is, you're sleeping in bed, all of a sudden you wake up and you can't move your body, and you're just kind of awake, but you can't do anything, right? What's happening is that your body somehow wakes you up, however, your brain is still in the sleep state, so you can't control your body, and because your brain is also in a sleep state, it's also dreaming. And so even though you're awake, your brain doesn't know what it's processing and mixes dreams with reality, and you can start seeing dark figures moving around, or like things, and you can start feeling things that aren't really there. That's sleep paralysis. And it freaks out a lot of people until you get used to it, then you're fine. So when she was younger, I'm assuming she wasn't used to it, she saw a dark figure enter her bedroom as she was sleeping. And then she grew up and whatever. But when she grew up, her parents tried to get her into an arranged marriage. So she ran away from home to avoid that arranged marriage, and she started making a living for herself. Sometime later, when she became an adult, she started dating this dude. And finally, she opens up to the dude, and she goes, "You know, when I was younger, I had a lot of sleep paralysis and a lot of nightmares. And in this one nightmare, someone just entered my room, and like it was a dark figure just staring at me. And I tried to scream, but I couldn't scream." And the guy goes, "Huh. When I was younger, I had a dream where I was in someone else's home, and I entered a bedroom, and there was a girl there just screaming at me." Now that would have been a coincidence had the guy not described every single detail in her room, from the location of the lights, the closets, the window, the table, the bed, the color of the bed sheets, her pajamas, and her her looks and her hairstyle, everything down to a T. Yeah. And then, when they got married, they found out that the arranged marriage that the girl was supposed to be arranged married to, that guy is the guy who was also supposed to be arranged marriage with her, but also ran away. So they both ran away from the arranged marriage, but somehow still ended up together. Yeah. Someone could make a movie out of that. Or a series, right? Shit. I read that. I was like, that can't be real. I thought that can't be real, but I don't care if it's real or not. That's fucking interesting. I like that. What does Solar say? Solar say increasing the angle does not appear on the mesh until the strength has been past 0%. It should be past 0%, because if this goes... hold on, am I messing something? Let me read the entire thing first. Add another bend with the angle 90 and strength connected to C Espresso. This is a secondary twist. Sorry, a second bend right here already. So I've got the first bend, which is here. Well, that's definitely not bend. Neither is that. That's the bend. That's the first one. This second one is connected to this. So the bend is working. The eye movement is not. Because theoretically, he would be doing that while bending his head upwards. So the bend is fine. The bend is fine. It's not. That's not. This is not. Angelo says, you haven't experienced sleep paralysis nor lucid dreaming. Sleep paralysis is not something that everyone has. Sleep paralysis is a disease. You're not supposed to have sleep paralysis. If you're asleep, you're supposed to be asleep. There's no reason your brain should be waking up while you're sleeping. That's not normal. If you have sleep paralysis, you need to get that checked. That's not right. Like, that's not right. It's not normal. That means you're not getting the proper amount of sleep that you need because you're waking up halfway through. You're not getting proper sleep. Lucid dreaming is a different thing because lucid dreaming means you're still dreaming. Lucid dreaming, I would think it wouldn't be too... I have a lot of lucid dreams, but I don't think that's too helpful for you either because that means you're not entirely asleep if you're still capable of cognitive thinking, right? I keep track of my dreams, and so I'm able to force a lucid dream, more or less. Just because I've been able to do it so many times, I kind of know how to trigger it. But one of the magical things that have helped me is a game called TeamWnJ, which you may have heard me mention before. I might have installed here. Hold on, I searched the magic, of course I did. Okay, yeah, I do have it here. This is one of the first, like, quote-unquote RPG horror games, right? It's not horror at all. It's surreal and it's abstract. What the fuck happened? My entire screen got dislodged. I can't see anything right now. Holy shit, it's shoved in the corner. What the fuck is happening? Okay, anyway, this is TeamWnJ. It's completely free. I'm not gonna play it too much. I'm just gonna, like, show you what it's like, and you're gonna be so thrown off by it. Just give me a few seconds, alright? You understand. Anyway, I play this, and right afterwards, I start having dreams. I don't know if it's the music. I don't know what it is. I know you guys can't really see properly. I'm trying to... I'll disable the chat for like 0.5 seconds. Hold on. I'll disable the UI. Okay, I'll disable the UI. Yeah, I don't know why it's being shoved up to the top corner. It just kind of is. Okay, there you go. So, this game successfully invoked dreams in me. Over and over and over again. And I'm able to record down every single dream as well. And the more I record down, the better I get at controlling my own dreams, to the point where I'm able to force every dream to be a lucid dream. That's all you get to see. That is all you have to see. Hey, look, it's ArcDog. ArcDog flies in to tell you to like the video. There you go. Remember to like the video, everyone. We've been getting quite a lot of likes in the past few days, especially with the new PewDiePie video going up. So if you have not already liked the video, do what ArcDog just did and give this video a thumbs up. That would greatly help the channel and help me as well. Okay, sorry. Angelo says, Che, if you've already used the input for movement of the eyes, either you put another null parent or a math node to the Y position of the eyes. That's what I'm thinking as well. But where would that have linked to? What in the world could possibly be controlling the Y position of the eyes? I don't know what it could be. Okay. If, theoretically, this is the only thing that's controlling it. So I'm going to go in here, open up this espresso, select the eyes, and you can see this symbol right here with the little triangle, that means it's connected to something. So if I delete this, theoretically, that should change back to being a regular circle without the triangle, right? Yes. So that means that the only thing that was linked to the Y position of the eyeball is this. So knowing that this is the only thing that is linked, why is that not working? The espresso is doing a 1-to-1 translation, so it should be fine. It wasn't the spline. Angelo says, I haven't played it. No spoilers. Okay. Don't worry about spoilers. TeamWnJ does not have any story. The person who created the game has no idea why he created it either. He created it with no intention in mind. He just made it. However, because it's so subliminal, people who play it, we can all see the subliminal messaging through it, and we can all come to several different conclusions. There is an ending, there is an objective. There are several powers in the game that you have to obtain. Each power that you obtain gives you several different abilities. So I can obtain the knife ability, which gets me to kill NPCs. I can obtain the bike ability, which makes you move faster. And you have to collect 13 of them, bring them back, and then you get to the ending. That's it. There's no story there at all. There's no jump scares, no horror. I mean, it could be horrifying, but it's not made to be horrifying. It's the way you interpret it. It's made to be surreal. That's the thing. It's a surrealist game. Let's see. Shizuko, you know this game? You know this game? I'm surprised you know this game. Okay. Angelo says it's the red controller and moves the Y position. The red controller is not moving the Y position of the control. Sorry, the I, L, and R. The red controller is moving the Y axis for this. This is the main. This is the housing. No, the one that controls everything. Oh, what's going on, Jonathan, Julian? Welcome to the stream. This is the Levaslier Production Diary, where I work on the behind the scenes for my animated web series, Levaslier. Welcome. Angelo says, or your range mapper is set to 1 to 1, set to 1, 1 to 0, what? 1, 1 to 0, 1. What? Hold on, let me double check. It's set to 0, 1, 0, 1. Solar says it does 1 to 1, but X only. It doesn't give input on Y axis of the no where you connected the X axis. Well, no, this is Y. See, this is Y axis to 2 range mappers. Hold on. Oh no, so to the bottom range mapper only, which is 1 to 1. So position Y goes to 1 to 1 to the Y of the I, L, and IR. So what could possibly... Okay, I have a hunch. These two right here. Right? These two are connected to this. We have a global matrix for an I and... No, this doesn't make sense. The I, L, and IR here has a global matrix, which means its position in the world, as opposed to its position by itself, right? So this still works regardless of the global matrix. Why doesn't this work? Pose morph? Doesn't make sense. There are controls here. Oh, I might have found something good. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, check this. Up here, controls, and I will get rid of these two. I'll drag the control in here. Save. Drag this down into the input coordinates position Y. And then we need to change that up a little bit because it went straight up. So that pushed his eye up for some reason. Let me undo that real quick. I don't think I can undo that. That's fine. I'm going to reset that to revert to saved. Before I do that, this controller is not frozen. Which means right now its position is not 0, 0, 0. This is not its origin point. Right now it's at the negative 6.1 something and 2, like Z20. I don't need that. So I can freeze that and set all of that as 0, 0, 0. Now that is where it will be naturally. It won't move anywhere. If I tell this to go back to its origin point, that's the origin point. So, knowing that, I can click on the yellow controller, find the espresso, now save again, link this up, coordinates, position, Y, it will not move. Now when I move it up and down, perfect. We solved it. There you go. There is the new face for the slime rigs. That is beautiful. We got it, boys. Let's disable the... Oh, we're not done yet. There's still one more thing that I want to do. One more thing. I'll disable these first, so we don't need to see these. Perfect. Angelo, freeze position. Yep, there you go. Y'all got it. You all got it. Solar says, once global matrix is connected, it gets affected. Don't use global matrix. It gets affected, but I want it to get affected because I want it to stack up. It's like the global matrix affects the position of the position of the eye. So if I want this and this to stack up. Even though that's not useful to me, I still want that to happen because this allows me to do math and then move that backwards if I wanted to. If for whatever reason I would want to do that. Again, it's just freedom of control and being able to do things manually is what I like. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to do. If you notice in the thumbnail, I managed to make ArcDoc do this face. However, when I made this face during one of the previous live streams, you would have realized that it took me a little bit of hassling to actually get it done. Why? Because the rotation of the eyes are set to rotate the exact same direction. Which doesn't make sense. So how much time do we have right now? We got 15 minutes left to do this. That's completely fine. Let's try it. All I have to do for this is find... This shouldn't be hard. I say this again. I go into this controller. The rotation for this is currently set to both. Right? So one rotation has one range mapper telling both of these to rotate the same way. All I'm going to do here is create a new range mapper. Duplicate the old one. Plug rotation into the range mapper. Select the range mapper and negate the output to change that to a negative. And then plug that into the correct one. So theoretically, if I plug that into that one, now they both rotate inwards. Now they both rotate inwards. Excuse me. Not sure what happened there. Someone can clip that. I also noticed that when they rotate 90 degrees, that is most definitely not 90 degrees. That's retarded. That is what it is. Okay. So let's switch this to 1 and -1 real quick so I can reset the values. If I rotate this down to 90 degrees, that's perfectly fine. Meaning this needs to be 1 to 1. And so now every rotation I do, that's 90 degrees. So if I wanted to make him do the face that I have in the animation, in the thumbnail, I would rotate that by 90 degrees. I would move this to close his eyes, and then do that. Hey, we kind of got it. I just need to find a way to squish his eyes together. Is that a feature? Do I have that? What the hell was that? Is there a feature that I have to squish his eyes together? Maybe that's the one I need. What does that do? That doesn't do anything. Maybe I can just, yeah, maybe I can change the rotation of this to squish the eyes together. There you go. Okay. So let's undo that. This by itself is pretty neat. I wonder what I could use that for. What face would that be? That's an ArcDoc stunned face right there. As if by default he doesn't look stunned enough. We're just getting so used to look at this. Okay. Let's reset that rotation back. Cool. I feel like adding a bit of extra detail to this controller, because when we rotate this by 90 degrees, we have no idea which direction that's facing. And so just to make that a bit clearer, I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to loop tool the entire thing. KL for knife, KL, what? Huh? Give me the, huh? Am I, wait, I wanted to knife it. What? What's happening? What? Why is it? Huh? Wait. What bullshit? What? Oh, wait, what's going on? Okay, knife this at 50%. Perfect. Cool. Now I can take... What is that green line? Okay. Doesn't matter. Now we can move this upwards. So now I have a sense of which direction is upwards. Perfect. Andre says... Sorry, Andre says 10 minutes. Thank you. Cool. Nobody. ArcDoc. Well, how do you spell that face? How do you pronounce that face? I don't know how to pronounce that face. Anyway. We've got that there. That's pretty cool. This is broken? Why is that broken? Hold on. Wow. Oh, wait. That broke? Wait, why did that break? Everything here works. Wait, was it because of that knife? That don't make sense. Hold on. Wait. How did the knife tool break that? Eh? What? What? Nani? Eh? I'm sorry, what? How does the knife tool possibly break that? How? Can somebody explain that to me? About the eye distance to each other, says Solar PH. It needs another null parent for each of them, then connects the x-axis of each. True. Yep. Yep. Agree. Okay, cool. Okay, no idea, says Angelo. Solar is using ArcDoc surprised. Okay. So what I just did, right? I just did this. So I created a cut here at the 50% mark. I went into edge mode, and then I lifted this up by a little bit so that I can tell which direction is up. Now, this is broken. It's not moving the eyes anymore. But if I undo that, undo. So before the cut was made, now it works fine. I have no idea why a single cut would affect that. KL restrict to selection. Cut at 50%. Move up. Broken. Yeah, Solar says it can't be broken by knife tool. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How the hell does knife tool break it? So why is it that the knife breaks it? Well, what's going on here? What? Is it a bug again? I don't want to jump to that conclusion. I feel like I'm just being a dumbass. I rarely jump to the conclusion and say that's a bug. Most of the time, when things don't go right, it's my fault because I'm a dumbass. Thank you, Shizuko, for the time check. It's not broken, lol. You're just in polygon mode when you're editing that. Was I in polygon mode? Hold on. I'm going to switch to polygon mode now. Now I switch to knife tool. Now I knife it by 50%. 50. Enter. Now I go to edge tool. Now I go select. Move. Now I go back to object. See? Doesn't work. And just says, maybe you're bugging it because of the green line. Why was there a green line? Because that green line is only seen when I knife something. And that's on the wrong axis. It shouldn't be knifing that way. Anyway. Okay, let's try K instead. This will give me a straight line cut. Now I just need to see this on the front view. And I don't know how I'm going to manage to get 50% right here. But it'll be an estimate. On live straight down. That created 2 n-gons. What? That's the stupidest thing I've seen. What happened there? KK. Knife straight down. Done. Wait, what? Select. Hold on. Must be a bug then. I don't know what happens at R19 and R20. I don't think. Again, I'm not putting out the possibility that it could be a bug. I think it's me being a dumbass. Because most of the time, that's what happens. So if I move this, will it still work? No. See, I didn't even need to cut it. I just moved it. So the fact that I went into polygon mode and the fact that I changed the base shape broke it. What does that tell me? There is... Oh, it's gone. All right, well, Let's undo that until it's back. Hello. There it is. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. So somehow the control here went missing in the espresso. It went retarded. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to loop selection, the front and the sides. I'm going to go KL for loop cut, right? So watch the espresso down here. Restrict the selection. I'm going to save right here. Drag the cut to around 50%. Go into edge mode. Select this middle one. Drag this up so that it looks halfway decent. Around, that looks good. Just tells me which direction is. Okay, good. But now when we go into the espresso, it's missing. So I don't know why I would do that. But theoretically, all I have to do to fix that is re-drag and relink that. Magic. Ta-da! I reckon that's a bug. I reckon that's a bug. There is no reason why changing the mesh of the controller will unlink the espresso using said controller. There is no relation between polygon and controller. I don't know. I reckon that's a bug. But we found a solution, so it's fine. Problem, when you encounter a bug, don't dwell on it, find a solution. That applies for life. When you encounter a problem, find the solution. Stop dwelling on it. Okay, well, we've got 5 minutes left, and I don't think I can get the... Well, we've got 3 minutes left. I don't think I can get the eye done in 3 minutes. But that's fine. I'll do it after the stream. Everything that you guys have said will work. Exactly the solution that Solar and Angelo pointed out. Create 2 neo nulls on the eyes, and then I can use the eyes X position to drag them both together. So, knowing that, Solar says must be a bug. R14 does not act like that. Okay, well, there you go. Interesting. Angelo says maybe because your espresso tag is also lifted, you can't cut an espresso tag. Nor does moving the polygon affect the espresso tag. I don't think. I don't think so. Well, Schneisen came in a bit late. We're right about to end the stream. Excuse me. But thanks for joining us anyway. This was Levaslier Production Diary, where I work on the behind the scenes for my animated web series Levaslier, right there on my t-shirt. Angela says when you mess with the polygons, the object is gone. That's my crab rave sound. Okie dokie. Let's switch back to my face. Hello. If you are... Hey. If you have not already liked the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up right now. If you have not subscribed yet, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. There's a Discord link in the description if you want to continue talking to us after the stream, as well as everyone in the community, everyone watching the stream right now. We're all on Discord. These live streams will happen weekly on Thursdays and Saturdays. Sometimes we play Minecraft, sometimes we work on Levaslier. I'm glad we're able to work on Levaslier today. We got a lot done. This new slime break is looking good. It will be released to public when I feel comfortable with releasing it. Thanks for the 12 likes, everyone. I will see you next week on Thursday. See y'all. Whoops.